Hey everyone, I'm Rami Malek, and I'm going undercover on the internet. Here we go. Hey, it's actually me. Cora. What was Rami Malek's first movie? Night at the Museum. Remember that? Right? I think that was it.
You would not believe how stuffy it is in there.
Yes, it was. And what a fun movie to work on. With the late, great Robin Williams. And I learned so much from him. Here's a good Robin Williams story. We were doing Night at the Museum 3, and we were shooting in the British Museum, of all places, at night. And I see Robin just standing alone by himself. I'd got pretty close to him, walked up to him, and he was just staring off in the distance. And I said, "Are you okay?" He says back, "Man, how often are we gonna get a chance to stand right in front of the Rosetta Stone?" And that was just a magnificent moment that I shall never forget. Now I get to share it with you. So here's to Mr. Williams. Love you, Robin. Submit. What does Rami Malek really snort in the morphine scenes of Mr. Robot? Well, obviously, morphine, right? Huh? Can I not say that?
That's good.
Obviously, you're not doing the real thing, but your character sniffs morphine.
Oh, yeah.
In the show. But what are you practically snorting anything while you're doing that?
Yeah, I mean, I crush up pills and snort them all the time. The props person gives me whatever she thinks I need for the day. If it's an upper or a downer, whatever.
That's great.
I take
That's
what
nice.
I can get.
Not a lot of actors get to do that, on set.
Yeah.
But does it ever get exhausting, like snorting the fake stuff?
Yeah, I mean, most of the time it's just a vitamin B pill or something.
Okay.
Most of the time, it's just a vitamin B pill or something.
Reddit. I wonder how many times Rami Malek had to watch that Live Aid show in order to synchronize / choreograph his performance to the original. A lot. I'd like to say that I picked it up pretty quickly, but Freddie and the band were so spontaneous that it was quite time-consuming to figure out every single move. I watched it probably thousands of times. Our cast collectively contributed to thousands upon thousands of YouTube hits for Live Aid. It took quite a long time, but it paid off. Seriously. It's actually me. He had Freddie Mercury teeth he wore while filming Bohemian Rhapsody and cast in gold. True, I did. I thought, what would be the most ostentatious Freddie thing I could do? And because I had to wear those teeth every day, I grew so close to them and appreciated them so much that I thought I would honor the film and Freddie by giving myself a Freddie Mercury grill.
Then with wearing the teeth, was that uncomfortable? It must have been at first, very uncomfortable.
The teeth took a while to get used to. It's hard to talk in them, hard to sing in them, and hard to kiss in them, but I appreciated them so much by the end of it. I just, I felt naked without them. They were so Freddie. And yeah, and
you kept them, right?
I kept them, and then I said, what would Freddie do? He'd keep something, and then he'd go full Freddie with it and do the most ostentatious thing he could. So wait for it. I had them cast in gold.
Wow. That's fantastic.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
And I'm not gonna put them in my mouth.
No,
but
you have a grill now.
I have a grill.
Yeah.
I have a Freddie grill, and I think he'd be tickled by these bad
Yes, he
boys.
would.
Twitter. It's Rami Malek. How did you feel about your character in the Pacific? Did you like playing Snafu? Feel any depth? I love playing that character. That was one of the seminal roles I have ever had, and I learned so much from that experience. We did a military boot camp that bonded this group of actors together, much like Band of Brothers. It's a project I hold near and dear to my heart. I think I'd just done the Night at the Museum. I came in for Tom Hanks, and he says, I'm a fan of your work. And I was shocked and just taken aback, and I looked at him and said, Likewise. People started to laugh, which made it easier to continue auditioning. And it's a very intimidating room, and I realized that the casting associate happened to look a lot like Steven Spielberg. And it was. That's fun. Replied. Rami Malek is the new Bond villain? Question mark, exclamation. I was working on Bohemian Rhapsody for 2 years in London, and I got to play Freddie Mercury, of course, which is a national treasure, and now I get to do this Bond film, which is not only a national treasure, and well, Freddie's a world treasure too, but who doesn't appreciate Bond movies? Didn't ever think I'd play James Bond, but thought I might have a chance at playing the villain. And here it is. Submit. Wikipedia. He has remarked that he enjoys the auditioning process, sees it as a proving ground to test things out, and has created so many diverse characters for auditions that he wishes he could collect them as a package to show others. Yeah, I would take the time to prepare for auditions as if I was actually going to perform. I would come with something fully formed and hope that that resonated. Sometimes it did, many times it didn't, but that's the proving ground, and I appreciate it. So yes, true. The importance of preserving their Egyptian roots. His father would wake his son up in the middle of the night to talk to his Arabic-speaking extended family in their hometown of Samallah, Egypt. That's true. Would wake up and talk to all my cousins in Egypt as a kid. I really appreciate that. Treasured memory.
If it's not too much to ask, can we get your answer? What would you say to these guys or ladies in Arabic, if possible?
Well, I will begin by saying أهلاً وسهلاً.
شكراً.
فرصة سعيدة.
جداً.
ومنور.
Thank you so much.
منور بكم كلكم.
Thank you.
More Twitter. Do you ever slip into character for fun when you're not on set to give you a new perspective? Not really, because Carly and I just have too much fun hanging out as ourselves. That gal is like a sister to me now after all these years of shooting this show. We're coming to the close of Mr. Robot. It's our final season, and it's hard to think of Carly as Darlene now because she's seriously family to me. It's like hanging out with your coolest sister most of the time. Just curious, now that you've learned to play the piano for Bohemian Rhapsody, do you still play the piano? I do. I wish I did more. I find it incredibly therapeutic. It's something I never thought I'd be able to do, and still a learning process for me, but getting the hang of it, and I love it. Next question. Did they stop making this podcast? Blackout. No, they didn't. We didn't. Made a podcast with some incredible artists, and it's out there. Check it out. I'm not plugging myself, but it came out, so here it is. Replied. All right, that was fun. Signing off. See you soon.